Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day this video finds you. It's boy Jay here, and today we are talking about Monster Hunter's difficulty. All right, you saw the thumbnail, you probably already clicked, you know what you're getting into, right? We're talking about the difficulty, and more so the fact that I hear modern Monster Hunter is too easy. I've heard this take a lot. I see this take a lot. The Monster Hunter's getting too easy now. It's too easy now. Back in the gap, it used to be so much harder, blah, 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 blah. And to an extent, it's true, right? With Monster Hunter World, the 5th gen game, came a lot of quality of life features, right? Like being able to move when you drink a potion, having access to essentially every single item you have at the tent and restocking, fast traveling when you're not in combat, right? Which reduces the need for farcasters. You know, there are a lot of small things that got upgraded when we moved to Monster Hunter World that generally decreased the difficulty, generally lowered the barrier to entry, right? Now, yes, it's true. The newer games are easier, right? However, Monster Hunter is one of those games where you as a person, you as a hunter also get better, right? So I think we need to take into account that, like, man, if you've been playing Monster Hunter since, let's just say Monster Hunter Tri, right, which came to the West in 2009, I think. If you've been playing Monster Hunter since 2009, you've been doing this for, what, 15-ish years almost now? 15, 14 years now? Like, you're gonna get better at it, right? For example, Arathian. Arathian has always been Arathian. Her moves hardly ever really change. So if I put you up against Arathian and you've been hunting Rathians for 10, 15, some people 20 years, if you got in with the first Monster Hunter, you're gonna smash it and you're gonna feel like, yeah, that's easy, blah, you know what I mean? So I think we need to consider that as well. Like, a lot of the people that have this take where, yeah, Monster Hunter's too easy now, we're veteran hunters, man. We've been doing this a long time. So of course, the games are gonna feel easier. Why? Because you know what to change to get better results, right? You know how the game punishes you. We're better at looking at monsters, watching monster patterns, like, oh, okay, when X monster does this attack, there's gonna be an opening here at XYZ, right? And we just have these hunter eyes. We got better instincts, so to speak, because we're veterans, right? So while yes, objectively, the new games are easier, but I also think we as hunters are getting better, right? The more time you put in these games, the better you're gonna get, and that's just how it is, right? I mean, we got hunters out here doing naked runs of, Fatalis, which is like super, super hard content, right? Everybody's like, yo, Iceborne Fatalis is hard. Cool. But we got people out here doing naked runs of it because they're so good at the game, because they've gotten this good. You know what I'm saying? We got people slaying Alatreons. We got people hunting Primordial Malzenos with no armor skills on, just the weapon, like going crazy, because these guys are so good. They're this good. And at that point, the game ain't gonna be hard no more, man. Like, it is what it is. And another thing I want to bring up is, with the 5th generation of Monster Hunter, we got a huge influx of new players, right? And that's partially probably because the game was a little bit easier to get into, right? And, now with the success of these games, right, millions upon millions of copies sold, the franchise is going to grow, and they're going to put more resources, more effort, and they're going to release the games more often, right? Back in the day when Monster Hunter was hard, remember that the West, we didn't really get as many games as Japan did. Japan has always been eating up Monster Hunter, but the West took us a while to get on, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got Tri, and then we didn't get Portable Third, we had to wait to 3U. Then after 3U, we didn't get Base 4, we had to wait till 4U. Like, we would skip games. It wouldn't be worth it to make the game to send it west because nobody was playing it, because when you play it, oh, this game is too hard, I don't like it, I can't even move on that potion, oh, this game's too hard, boy, they only gave me this many I don't want to play this game, right? And then, we get skipped over when it comes to bringing games to the West. Do we want that to happen again? I don't know, man. I'd rather have the game be, a little easy in the beginning, right? Like the story of a base game, right, is going to be a little easier than the title update content, right? We're always getting title updates now, and I think that's the content that's for us. The end games and the title update contents, right? Think Alatreon, Fatalis, Primordial Malzeno, the hazard quests that came at the end of Sunbreak, special investigations, EX Deviants, all that content is at the end of the game, right? Where us, the hardcore people, are gonna grind to, right? We love Monster Hunter. We'll play the heck out of Monster Hunter, you know what I'm saying? High level Guiding Lands content that takes a while to get to. That's where our content is at. That's where we're at, right? So I hear this take all the time. Yeah, Monster Hunter is now too easy. Sunbreak is trash. Every monster only takes 5 minutes. I'm like, bro, that's not true. That's not true, because you ain't hunting special investigations. I just know you're not. I know you're not, right? You're not there, and oh, it takes too long to grind to that. Sure, that's a decent take. All right, that's not a horrible take, but I do remember when special investigations first came out, right? The anomaly level was at 220. There were people the next day that already had them joints unlocked. Videos dropping on YouTube like, yo, special investigation, blah. I was like, damn, y'all ate up 80 levels like that? That's crazy, you know? And like, if you're really, you know, that hardcore, if the game really is that easy, getting to 300 shouldn't be a problem for you, right? But no, nah, games are too easy. Well, all the hard stuff is on the back end, right? Because it's going to be easy in the front end to get more people into the series. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, making video games, it's a business. You want to sell the game to as many people as you can. And why would you want to make the game super hard up front? Like, I've seen the take where it's like, yeah, every monster should be able to wall me. Every monster should be able to like two-shot you, bro. Like, I want every monster in the game to be a legitimate threat when you encounter it. I was like, man, not everybody wants to play that game, you know? And then we'll go back to when we got every other game, right? And Japan got all the games, right? I mean, everyone likes to point at, yo, Dark Souls is great. But every time a new Dark Souls game drop, articles popping up, this game needs to have an easy mode, blah, 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 blah. What? I mean, come on, is that really where you want Monster Hunter to go? So I think, yeah, sure, I'd like the game to be harder personally, but I see where they're coming from. You want to sell the most copies possible. You're going to make the game easier, more accessible. And then at the back end, you can put in the hard content. You can put in the Alatreons, the Fatalises, the Primordial Malzenos, the Hazard Primordial Malzenos. You could put the hard stuff in the game at the back end, right? And have like the story content or the general content just be like, you know, kind of for everybody. It'll feel easier, right? Because I can already see it. I have the vision of the future, like I'm Shulk or something holding a Monado. Monster Hunter 6 is going to drop, it's going to have high rank, it's going to have low rank, and people are going to complain, this game is too easy, it's too easy, right? Until we get event quests, right, that come out after, you know, most people have beaten the game, or when all the title updates come out, we're going to get event quests such as Emergency Apex event quests, right? Them joints were kind of hard. That's the hard content you're looking for. So we can have both. We can have a little bit of easier content. It's still Monster Hunter to its core, right? You're still killing the monsters, making the armor, making the weapons, adapting to what you need to adapt, right? But also at the end, we can have the hard content, which is for us, the diehards that really want to suffer when taking down a monster. So I don't know, Monster Hunter getting too easy, it's probably a good take, but it's a good business take, right? So now they're selling crazy games. They're gonna make bigger and better and crazier monster hunting experiences that everybody can enjoy, and then the hard stuff could be at the back end for us hardcores, you know? So yeah, let me know how you feel in the comments down below about this, I don't know, take. Like, Monster Hunter games are too easy. How hard do you want them to be? Do you want Dark Souls hard? Do you want it to be, you know, like kind of gatekeep? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a gatekeep situation. The games need to be so hard that, and I'm like, dude, then nobody would buy it. And then if nobody buys it, they stop making it. Then we don't have Monster Hunter anymore. Like, come on, man. I think Monster Hunter it could be a little bit harder. Like, they're not quite at that sweet spot of difficulty, but some of the title update content that we've gotten here in Iceborne and in Sunbreak are definitely hard enough. It's definitely hard enough. You just gotta work to get to it, rather than have it be up front. The first thing you do is super hard, and then nobody wants to play the game, and then they stop selling the games. That is the worst outcome that could happen. But anyway, I've talked enough about this. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel. Is Monster Hunter 2 easy? Do you think there's enough hard content in the games, in modern Monster Hunter games? Modern being world and newer, right? Let's just draw that line right there. And yeah, so that'll be all for today's video. And as always, people, happy hunting. Peace.